Okay, it's raining again. Never mind that. Hello. And welcome. Do I need another figure? I always forget. I feel like I do and then I don't or something. If I do, it's like a raffle or something. Anyway, Sunday, May 18th. Let's get it. Okay, so we got some things we're doing today. I did not mean to go over here, but now we're here. We're gonna do the huge. We're gonna get stoned. Okay, so I don't know how turnips are gonna go today. I don't know how they're gonna go this week. Technically, I've had 2 spikes in a row. I didn't want that to happen, but last week the lovely phone was available, and I reloaded to get the second one on my second character. And I was like, ooh, I've made a grave mistake. I just reloaded the game. I've now changed the RNG for the day. Oops. And then we got another spike. So now we have 2 spikes in a row. So I can pull the same trick, or I could just say, let's not. And then we'll see what happens. I could also reload it multiple times just to shuffle it even more. And maybe that would do something. But I don't know. So we're gonna do our part here. Okay, so Sahara's right here. That's great. I don't know if that's a problem when it comes to Joan. I don't know if they can be in the same acre. Nebula shirt. Yellow shirt. Yeah, I have no idea if that's a thing or not. So maybe I should just buy Sahara's carpet to get her out of that acre. Honestly, it could be the move. Gotta find Joan though. Maybe I'll find Joan first. Maybe. Okay, so this tree's done now. Which means there should be more bees or something. Like if I shake this tree. Wait, where's the tree here? This one. Okay, so that gave me money. That is not what I was hoping for. Interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep buying the saplings. We'll figure this out eventually. Okay, see that one? That's what I was expecting. That's what I was hoping for. No. Alright, that's on me. Whatever, let's hope that wasn't something important. I mean, the chances of it being important I think are pretty slim, but I was not expecting it to be furniture. Okay, so clearly this is not working the way I wanted it to. And I've just opened up the pool of items. So I don't know if this was the move or not. Okay, Joan is here. Of all places, why is it gotta be here, Joan? Okay, I shouldn't have talked to her yet. I should have waited to move Sahara first, just in case that's a thing. But let's figure out what the number is. Okay, 105. 105 is pretty decent. Better than the mid-range. Better than the midpoint. So we'll get on that. Just need her to show up somewhere a little better. That'd be nice. We're just gonna get this done with because I've already messed up. So yeah, I think I just need to like buy more saplings and then like 1 acre had a bee, 1 had furniture. So there could be some weirdness there. I don't know. Like 30 bags spawn per day. So if I really wanted to get everything every day, I'd need to shake a lot of trees. And at that point, I don't think it's worth it. I think that's like too much. So I don't really want to do that much. But if I have 2 acres that have like a decent amount, then like maybe that's fine. It won't be 30, but it might be enough to get it most days. I don't know. Anyway, so Joan was by the Able sisters, which is not great. Where is Joan now? Please don't make this painful. And then I planted 3 trees over here. That, okay, this one's not, those 2 aren't growing. Okay, so that's whatever. Now apparently, like, I don't know, like the dead saplings, they still count for points, right? So in theory, I could just plant trees, have them die on purpose, and then cut down other trees in that acre, and then it would just, like, be fine. I think. I don't know if they go away over time, though. So I guess maybe I'll just leave those ones there to see what happens. If they go away over time, that's going to be a problem. It's not really going to work. Okay, I think... Did we check the museum? She does like to show up here. To appreciate the art, perhaps. Okay, let's see. I'm getting a good feeling. I don't know if I am or not. I'll be real. Getting a good feeling. Also, okay. This is the worst acre. Okay, let's move Sahara. I don't know if there's like a acre conflict. I don't know if that's a thing. But we're just gonna be careful. Basement floor. No. Maybe not. I know I don't need that. Nope. Usually I get it within 3, but there's only 4 carpets left, so it could take a little bit longer. And yeah, I know I could finish and just have them all today, but I'm gonna just keep waiting, so we'll know like when we would have it. Okay, Ancient Tile, there you go. 3rd one. This will allow us to put like 2 carpets that we have in the basement away. Because it's the first one alphabetically. Okay, great. So that's sweet. I'm gonna drop this over here where the carpets go. Okay, so the carpet's done. Let me catalog it. Alright, now we're off to the store. I really didn't want to try that on, but whatever. Is this cheap? It is cheap. This one could also be cheap. Okay, so that's unchanged. That's still 59. This is now 60. That's, yeah. Alright, that's all good. Alright, cool. So, dailies are done. We don't have to worry about gyroids because it's raining again. It's raining yesterday. Got the carpet from Sahara. Check the trees. Oh, I didn't buy the sapling. Oops. Let's do that before I forget again. So yeah, one out of the 3 trees I planted in the acre south of my house grew. So that's a start. I could try to move them, or I could just leave the dead saplings there. I'm gonna see how long they last, if they just last indefinitely, because that should still count for points. And now we just have to try to get Joan somewhere good. Maybe we can move this sapling acre sometime. Oh, we have 4 here, so we have 5 right now. I'm thinking we go like and just replace like 8 of the trees here, and then call it a day. Okay, can we get Joan somewhere nice, please? I want to buy. Just don't. This is the worst acre to buy. Like, no kidding. Come on, right next door. Let's see it. Let's see it happen. I wish I knew where she was. Like, if I could at least know which acre she was in, then I could go and reset her faster. So far, this is not looking great. Okay, Sahara's here now. If I talk to Sahara, and then I say now, will she move? Sorry, Sahara, I don't mean to make you sad. You're just in the way. My favorite part of turnips, of course, in case you didn't know. Definitely my favorite part of the whole thing. Just buying them for hours isn't bad enough. Trying to get Joan somewhere where it doesn't make everything take longer. Like, this is an awful one. This is awful. There's no room. Even if I brought room there, I'd only get like 2 inventories, so it's like barely worth it at this point. That's why that one really sucks. And then the Able Sisters one is just so far away. Like, in what world is it necessary to be all the way down here? And based off of how this is going, she's probably somewhere even worse now. Because I don't see anything. I know I could do something here. I know I could make this work. But I'm annoyed now. I don't think Joe wants me to buy turnips. I wish I could influence where she goes somehow. There's so many things I wish. But it's just like, if we could just make this better slightly, in one sense, it'd be so much nicer. Okay, Sahara's here now, which is not where I want her to be. Can she stop going to acres where I have money? Please? I don't want to make you sad. Just, like, hang out in a different acre, please. Okay, I am... Why? Stop! I have no idea if this is an issue. I think I've seen Wendell and Joan in the same acre before, but I'm just paranoid. And it's like, why can't Joan just show up in all those acres? Why is it gonna be Sahara? It would be cool if it was Joan. Like, that luck is insane. Like, oh, let's go from here to here to here to here. Why can't Joan do that? That's exactly what I want Joan to do. Just go from every acre where I have money that's close to the store. But no. It's already like 11, so this is not looking great. If we can get her in a good acre now and then get her another one, sure, we can still make something happen. But, I don't know. It's not looking good. Furniture today. Come on. Come on. Please cooperate. Please. Please. Okay, 11 o'clock. Yahoo! I wish they had ordinances in this game. It's another thing that I'm just gonna say. Because if I had an ordinance, I could, like, shift the time. And then I'd get more time with Joan. For the same amount of sleep, you know, it'd be cool. But if I could only make one change, that would not be the change. Okay. Please. Okay, Sahara's here. What? Something just fly across the screen, or am I crazy? Either way, Sahara's in a bad acre, which is good, I think. I don't know if that does anything, but we're gonna just say it does. Okay, now where is Joan? I went this way, just in case. Come on. Can I just say that this sucks? I'm not, this is not a good time. This is a bad time. Okay, come on now. This is getting ridiculous. I'd say this is getting out of hand. No, but like seriously. You can't keep getting away with this. Okay, I think she's getting away with it again. Okay, like, what? Where is she now? This is probably, like, why I hate turnips the most. Like, if I could just buy and whatever, it's still awful, but at least I can do it consistently. But then, like, this stuff happens. And it's like, I don't want to run across the map that much. And it's like, you try to, like, shift her spawn. She's back here again. Thanks a lot, Joan. You know, it's like, I either buy all of them here and then run them all the way there. But I mean, like, how much time have I wasted trying to find her? At a certain point, it's like, I'm actually losing time instead of saving time. Because the idea of this is that if you buy closer, you don't have to spend as much time running back and forth selling. So it should save you time. But At this point, it's taken so long that it's possible I'd be losing time. Possible. I don't know if it is, though. I'm not going to do the math, because forget that. Can we just... Can we just... Like, why does she pick the worst acres in the world? Why she gotta be like that? Can we just... check this acre? Yeah, we did. Now I've checked the acres too much. It's starting to blend together in my head. Okay. I'm literally gonna walk away without buying any at this point. I'm not being serious though. That's what I want to do though. I literally want to say, well, whatever. You know what? I'm done. Clearly the game doesn't want me to buy them. This actually sucks, though. Like, why is it some weeks she just shows up immediately in a good acre? Like, maybe I just need more money out so I can buy from more acres, but, like, they just keep getting too far away. Like, this acre sucks. There's no room. Why would I want to buy here? Awful. And this acre sucks. There's no room. Like, there's some that just straight up aren't viable. And then the rest are just way too far away. I swear, she's gonna be in, like, the bottom left corner. Because I don't see her anywhere else. Literally, like, she was here, and then I ran to the left, and I swear she just moved over here. Okay, now I can't even find her? Is that what we're doing now? Well, that's real fun. I swear I looked at every acre. She was here last time, right? So I've just, like, messed up somehow. It's possible she could be in one of the good acres, but she, like, spawned funny. Honestly, this is, like, terrible, though. This is just such a miserable experience. It's like, yeah, like, let's waste 15-20 minutes trying to make Joan show up where I want her to. I know I'm just complaining the whole time, but, like, what else am I supposed to do? Say, oh, this is fine. This is fine. It's already 11:07. It's fine. Didn't want to buy a lot of turnips today anyway. Like, technically she could spawn, like, down below if I come up over here. But I don't see her. I don't see her here. She's not here. She can't spawn at the lake. And I don't think she spawns up in the A row either. And then I was here, and she wasn't here. lost at this point. Can't spawn at the lake. Not there. Okay, she's here, of course. And again, this is not viable either. There's no room. This acre is like literally the worst. There's no room for anything. It's split into 4 with a giant little basin. I'm like really tempted to just try to make something work at this point. Okay, wow, she's finally here. Wonderful. That didn't take like 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna be salty about that now for the rest of the day. Real quick. I can't do math here because like this is not very nice. I'm just trying to figure out how much money we have. Okay, so that's like 2, 6, 9, 12, 16, 17. And this is 21. Okay, so 38, 41, 46, 51, 55, 57, 60, 63. Okay, so we can go 63 times 30,000. That's 1 point, and then you can divide that by 150k, and then that's 12 inventories. I think we can fit a little bit more than 12 in here, though, can't we? Do I still have money here? Did I take it? Okay, okay, great. We're gonna just pickpocket. That is, there you go. We're gonna make this 13 and see how that goes. I don't know, that'll take like close to 50 minutes, right? I don't know if we're gonna be able to get her in another acre after this. Just saying. Based off of the luck we've had so far. It's not looking great. Anyway, if we go to our daily tracking sheet, this is gonna be 157.5k per inventory. So doing that math there, yeah, that's... This is like basically 12 inventories is what I had here. Okay. Well, let's just get right into it, okay? Yahoo! One inventory down. Yahoo! So we have 8k left over, so 5 eggs is enough to just get right back into it. And we haven't made this acre any better yet. That's a process we're working on. I made the acre just south of the store better. But I don't know if that's gonna work. Anyway, I am a little annoyed about this. But whatever. I don't even know if it's gonna work. Because, like, we already have 2 spikes in a row. There's no way we're gonna have a third. Actually, we have had 3 in a row before. Technically, anything is possible. Anyway, we're gonna do turnips this week, and we're probably gonna do turnips next week. Because the raffle's like on a Saturday. So we have the full week of spikes at least. So like, sure, technically we could lose money. But we'll at least have every chance of getting a spike. And that's the most important part. Anyway, 2 inventories down. I'm not having fun time. But yeah, this acre, I think we can improve it. That's the plan. I don't know if it'll be improved by the next time we buy turnips. Currently we have like 5 saplings. And if I have 2 more, so let's say Tuesday, then I'd have 7, and I could go to that acre where Kabuki is, north of the wishing well, and I could plant 7 like regular trees, and then we'd have 8 trees there, and then we'd have 2 acres that have 8 trees. Then we'd have 8, 8, 4, 26. That might not be the actual number. It would be 8 here, 8 there, 4 in the bottom right, and then I have 3, like 4, like I think it would be 24. We have 24 trees, which is not enough, by the way. If you really want enough for everything, you need 30 for the bell bags, 5 for the bees, and then 2 for furniture. Something like that. So I guess it's really like 37. It's like, do I really want 37 trees? No, not really. I don't really want to shake 37 trees every day just to try to get the thing. But if I have it in case I get Katrina and I get the good luck, I I mean, like, realistically, if I really wanted to do it that way, it would probably be worth it. But if Katrina shows up, I take all 4 characters, I have a pretty decent chance of getting the item lock, and then they take the treats. And there's 2 days where we could do that, technically. I just have to show up. Anyway. Yeah, I'm a little worried about doing more, but we'll see. That's 3 inventories. Except actually this bag didn't go away. I wasn't sure if I'd have to do that or not, so I should have done that earlier, but I wanted to just test it. Okay, this is 3 inventories. Man, sorry, I'm annoyed. You couldn't tell. I mean, so we're gonna basically be... Don't mind me. We're gonna... okay, whatever. Ignore it, move on. Okay, that's 3 inventories. We're gonna be spending some money here, okay? So we already have 23k. So this is not enough. We need to still grab 5. We might have to... Anyway, that's 3 inventories. We're looking to spend like 2 mil on this acre alone, which is like bare minimum that we really want to spend in a week. Let's be real. 2 mil is like 1.5% progress if we hit the spike. And it's only 1 acre. Buying out a single acre in a day, you know, it's not like amazing. But I woke up, I went to bed. Okay, here you go. I went to bed like just after 1 in the morning, you know? Kinda average for me on the weekend. Shocking, I know. Realistically, I don't usually go to bed before midnight. Let's be real. Sometimes it's 12:30. Really depends. It cycles a lot. But yeah, I go to bed at like around 1. I wake up, it's 8:15. I say, huh? Why? And then I go back to bed. And then what? I wake up at 10. Great. I gotta, you know, wake up, eat, and then show up here at like 10:40. The struggle. I wanted to wake up at like 9:30 so I could show up at like 10ish. That's kind of what I was hoping for. I don't know. I might get more serious about this as we go. I don't want to talk about it, but the aerobics radio is going to be quite the thing. I gotta show up before 7 in the morning for that thing. I have to do that 14 days in a month-long period. And technically, here's the best part about that. I don't even have it. It's 14 days in the best possible case. But they don't do the morning aerobics if it's raining. So I can wake up early, go to stream, and then just get screwed, essentially. Which I'm a little worried about. If you think I'm annoyed here trying to find Joan for 20 minutes, imagine me waking up before 7, being like, okay, let's stream. I mean, to be fair though, I have done that on the off occasion. When I was doing New Horizons, there'd be a couple times. There's maybe like 10 times total where I would just stream like before 7 in the morning. It just made the most sense. I didn't know when I would be able to get on, if I would have the time to get on. So yeah, I would do that. That made sense. That worked. In this case, though, we're showing up for technically a chance to do the thing we need to do, and I have to do it 14 times in a short period of time. So I don't know what I'm doing with that. I don't want to think about that. 4 inventories, by the way. But clearly, I'm gonna have to figure something out. I don't know if I can actually like just adjust my sleep schedule for those weeks. I'm not the kind of person to be able to wake up, go and do something, and then go back to bed and actually sleep. So it's like, if I do that, I'm probably awake. I could just go hard the first 2 weeks of it and hope for the best. It would kind of like turnips though would kind of affect that. So maybe I just don't do it on Sundays. Because there's no way I'm gonna wake up at 7 and then do all that for like ages. There's no way. I mean, at least you're buying and the price is decent. Can't complain about the price. A lot of the prices lately have been pretty like mid-range, but they've been like on the low end. Now we got mid-range, high end. So like, ooh. Slowly adds up. I mean, honestly though, it's like I just need to buy at least an acre out every week that I do this. Even if it's like a bad price, it's still buy an acre out. It'll still make progress. It's still something. Okay. This is not quite 9, but we're just going to do the 9 anyway. Okay, that's 5. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be like really tight. We bought 5, it's 11.26. If she shows up in like one of the acres right next to the store, we can buy more. And we don't have to worry, it'll be pretty quick and easy. I don't know if I'll buy out the entire acre at that point. Like, realistically, if I found Joan a little sooner, it would be better. Or if I started sooner, it would be better. But like, what I want is to finish 1 acre entirely. And then have, like, a lot of time. Like, if I finish this acre, roughly now, or, like, very soon, close to now, we'd have, like, 30, 25 minutes, whatever. Like, I know I said that in a weird order, but whatever. We'd have sometime around then, right? To find her in the next acre. And then if we did, and it was one of the good ones immediately, then we'd be able to, like, get into that, and we wouldn't have to be here, like, too late past 12. Because if you go too late past 12, then I start getting hungry again, you know? Especially, like, if I'm on earlier. Alright, there you go, that's 6. You know, I like this game. I hold a lot of nostalgia for this game. But like, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like I'm playing Animal Crossing half the time. Stay with me now. I know. What do I mean by that? But like... I guess there's so many things I just don't have to really like do or interact with at this point. Like, it's not quite in maintenance mode. Okay, we actually need one more bag here. Yeah, it's not quite in maintenance mode, but it kind of feels like it almost is, you know? But I guess that's just like a symptom of New Horizons. Maybe. Because New Horizons is like, oh, here's your weekly visitors. There's a visitor every single day. You know, like every weekday somebody's going to be there. And then you have your weekly stuff. And then there's the store, and blah, 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 blah. But here it's like, well, you can check out the store. The store changes every day. And then the visitors are like every 2 days or 3 days. So it's like, I don't know, it's interesting. But like, and also like the fishing thing. Like, getting all the fish, it's like, oh, done. Oh, done. Done. You know, like, catching everything is like really easy to do in this game. And there's like, like New Horizons has like 80 fish, 80 bugs, and like 40 sea creatures, whatever. There's like 40 bugs, 40 fish here. I'm like, oh, this month there's 2 new ones. Okay. And then you get them immediately. Like, oh, okay. Like, that's what I mean. Like, again, the game holds a special place in my heart, but like, there's just not as much going on. But it's all, there also is. Like, Wild World took out so many like events and stuff. But all the events are basically at the end of the year, you know? Like, okay, you have Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then like Christmas. Back to back. And they all have like a big event and a big series of furniture. No other event really has that, except the igloos and the tents with the campers. Like, those are their own little sets, but they aren't like a full series. So they don't feel the same. It's not like they have like an igloo series, but it is an igloo series, but it's not like called the igloo series, so it doesn't have the same gravitas, the same weight. You know, oh, the harvest series, the jingle series, the spooky series, you know. All that stuff's at the end of the year, though. I only did like the Toy Day one too. I only got jingle stuff last year, just based on when we started. I was away in October, so I didn't want to start then, because then I'd buy the candy and it would be for nothing. And then I also didn't want to start right before sale day, because I knew that would be important. I did plan. Yeah, I didn't just like start randomly. I tried to like plan it. But yeah, anyway, so it's like the first bit, there's lots going on, all that, and then it's like, oh, okay. I don't know. Because like, yeah, we basically have like everything right now. And I know we don't, but we do. I guess that's the other part of it. Like, if you were to look at the items I need from the store, I have basically all of them. And again, I don't, but I do. And that's just a symptom of how the game's set out. Now, to be fair, New Horizons at launch was kind of problematic. Clothing, you could buy all the clothing you wanted, whatever was in the store at the Able Sisters, but for furniture, you could just get the one color from the store. You wouldn't be able to get the other ones. You'd have to trade. Then eventually they did 2.0 and you could customize everything, but at that point I already got everything, I think. So it didn't really matter. Just me getting the new thing was a lot easier, but very time-consuming. Like, that's the thing. Like, I went through the DLC and I started getting all the furniture and customizing furniture for like half an hour every day almost. Or it was like 20 minutes, I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. So, yeah, but then here it's like, yeah, you just go and then okay. I think it's just like there's not as much stuff and it's pretty easy to get most of the stuff. I think that's the thing. Like New Horizons, there's like recipes all the time. There's all the different furniture. And they kept adding. I guess that's the other thing. They kept adding things because of the way they did the title updates. You got like chunks, right? Like I start the game. I have all the new game stuff going on. We do Toy Day. Okay. Now the igloos are showing up. Okay, now snowmen are on the table. You know, like make snowmen. Go to the igloos. Okay, all that stuff's done. And then it was like, okay, here's your one-day event. And like, I know there's a lot of events in this and there's a lot to keep track of, but a lot of those are just go to the wishing well and talk to Tortimer to receive an item. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like it. But it doesn't... It feels like there's lots, but it's only for like one thing, right? Like other events, it's like, here's like a set of 10 to 15 things you can get. Also, New Horizons had the stupid recipes and the balloons, and I had to be farming balloons every day. I guess that's the other thing. The recipes made a big difference. Because, like, farming them for the seasonal ones, it was like, oh, wow, we're doing an hour of balloons today. That was quite the time. Here, it's like, well, I just show up. Like, most of the time here, most of the work is turnips. And I don't agree with that. I don't think you should have to max your bank account. Even getting 100 mil, okay, which is basically where I'm at. I feel like that's a lot to ask, and it's more than any normal player would do. Just saying. But if that was like the end point, I could agree with that. Why couldn't they just be like 20k, 25 mil, 50 mil, 75 mil, 100 mil? Easy. I would like that. That would be cool. And I know. What's the point in complaining? Nothing's gonna change. I'm just saying, it doesn't make much sense to me. I feel like it's an unreasonable ask. And here I am trying to do it. Yes, I know. Walking contradiction here. I believe that's 8 inventories. I lose track as I yap, so we're just gonna keep going here. Anyway, yeah, and like, so New Horizons had all that seasonal stuff, but then they'd also like, they had all the big updates. So like, they did like the art update with Red, then they did like the swimming update with the creatures in Pascal, and there's another one that I'm forgetting about. And they had like the Mario update, which really didn't do much. It was cool, but like, yeah, it didn't really do much. And then they had 2.0 where they had all that stuff, and like that, and the new islands. And then like, yeah, they keep adding like seasonal stuff in the year afterwards. It'd be like, oh, I had all the seasonal stuff last year, but now they've added a recipe or two, and now I gotta go and get, like, I feel like there was just constantly like more things, and they were harder to do. Like I said, a lot of the things here are just talk to Tortimer at the wishing well between 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 and call it a day. The creatures have been pretty easy to get so far. The only issue with this game, I think, is like the raffle furniture and Red's furniture. Like, right now, we only need 7, we have 13 out of 20 Gulliver items. We're missing 4 Wendell items. We're missing 3 Sahara items. We're missing 7 Gracie items. It's been almost half a year. It's 5.5 months almost. Actually, it's a little bit... No, it's really like 5 months and a week. So, like, that's pretty good for that amount of time, I'd say. Like, we do have most of that stuff. If we wait until the 1-year mark, I would say some of those will be done. I don't know if all of them will be done. That would need some good luck, I think. But I feel like most of them would be almost done. And some would be done. So, like, that's pretty good. And it's like, would that be the case for New Horizons? No. I don't know. It's hard to say. Getting all the recipes was, like, one of the last things I did. But I can't remember when I started, like, using all 8 characters to get recipes every day. Because that changed. That changes things. If I was doing that from the beginning, it might be different. But doing that on top of everything else would be kind of ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, like that was one of the last things that I had to do, and then I had to like, get one more. I had to get like a pair of socks. I think that was the last thing I needed. That took a lot. Took a very long time. Okay, that should be 9 inventories, I think. Like, we're using most of the space behind the trees. So cutting them down wouldn't give us too much space at this point. It'd just make it easier to keep track of everything. Anyway, yeah, so it's like, it's hard to tell. Like, it feels like there's not much going on here. But again, like I said, like the raffle and red are really the tricky parts. Everything else is just like show up for the visitors, it's fine, you get something cool. But like there's 50 red items. And that's gonna be sale day. You know, we're gonna go ham on sale day and hopefully finish all of that, if not like, you know, like I don't know if we'll get everything. But the plan is to get like most of it. And then at that point, I don't know, the raffle will have had a couple more, but that's a lot of luck. There's a lot of luck involved in that. We've had times where we win all the prizes, no problem, with like not even half the tickets that we bought. And then last time I didn't get it, and the one prize I need was the top prize. There's a lot of RNG that goes into the raffle. So we'll see. I've been thinking about all the other towns that I made. I've been thinking about them. I haven't gone on them in quite some time, probably since February. For Groundhog Day, I don't think I've had to load them for any other reason. Now, I know I spent a lot of time making all those characters. Each character was roughly like 20 minutes, I think. So every one of those towns is like 3 hours that I've had to use, I guess. Total, it's like 3 hours. And I haven't really used them. I did get oranges from one of them, obviously, because I had to. And that took a little bit of time. I think resetting took almost an hour to get the oranges, and the next town I made had oranges, so that was frustrating. But I wanted my DK themed town to have oranges because the orange grenade they had in DK64. So, oops. Anyway, that was a problem. But yeah, I haven't used them. I've been thinking about them lately. But they're really just backups. Right? I have all of the Groundhog Day models between them and my town. But I haven't brought them over because I'm not calling myself done, right? That's like my contingency plan. If I have everything else except for those items, then it's like, whatever. I'm not going to wait a year just to get this thing. Or I could. It's... Yeah, we're not there yet. But there's other things that we need them for. And I guess, like, that is, like, the least of our concerns. So this should be 10, right? This, like, I feel like I should have more space. This doesn't feel right. And the tickets are, like, too close to... I don't know. Okay, should be 10. We have 18 minutes. See what happens. Anyway, so yeah, they're contingency plans, and Groundhog Day is like the easy one. The other two are coming up in July. I think they're both in July, actually. It's like the Hometown Day, or whatever, which is a random day selected upon town generation. Which is annoying because my town's last and I wanted all of my town to be unique, and I don't want to reset with my character, so I need my character to get something new, or I need to create another character on the last town. There's 15 and you can have 4 people in a town, right? So 4 towns is enough. to have 60. And there's 15 items. So if I make another character, and then I just go harder, and then mine is, if it's something new, we're good, but if it's not something new, then we're still, like, fine. I don't know, I have to think about this. Like, it's annoying, because mine is literally the last one. If I go, yeah, okay. So my 4th town is up first on July 3rd. That's my Zelda themed one. I think I only have 3 characters there, so I could make a 4th one before July 3rd. And then I could have 4. And then the next one's Tui, which is my 2nd town, on the 12th. And then Kong Isle, the 3rd town, is on July 21st. And then mine is on July 28th. Now, what days are those? Let me just look at all these days real quick. So July 3rd is a Thursday. The 12th is a Saturday. The 21st is a Monday. And the 28th is a Monday. So 2 Mondays is good. Usually I have more time on Mondays to stream. The first one being a Tuesday is probably like fine, or Thursday. Whatever. So this should be 10. I feel like maybe I got too much money because I feel like we're running out of space with 10 here. Anyway, since when has he been here the whole time? There's no way. How did that happen? So there's all that. Let's pick up more money. That's 5. We're gonna put a money bag away just to be careful. I think, can we drop one here? No, right? Oh, we can. Okay. We can drop 2 here. And then I think we can drop another 2 here, hopefully. Okay, good. I think that's 10. So let's move on. We have 14 minutes. I don't know if we're gonna make any magic happen, but we're gonna find out. Anyway, so like, yeah, we got the models, the flower models, and then July has the fireworks show. I guess on the 4th of July. Not my kind of thing. It's a day I celebrate. But I think that's when Red's there. And that's when the raffle is. And that's the other reason we have the towns, right? I have all the balloons from attending the sales with all my characters, which is great. That's one of 3 handhelds that are in the raffle. But the year just decides what the item is, and then you can get all of them. There's also the fan, there's also the pinwheels. The fan is the most important one, because you can only get it from that. Apparently, Nook, on sale day, will sell pinwheels in the grab bags or whatever. And you can get them that way. So obviously, you don't want the balloons to be the raffle item. It's the worst possible outcome. And that's why I have 4 towns. Now, obviously, I could get screwed. All 4 of my towns could not have the fan or the pinwheels. Ideally, I want my main town to have the fan, and then on sale day, I'll try to get the pinwheels. But the other towns are, again, contingencies, because we need to see what they are. And that's on a Friday, so hopefully we have enough time to deal with all that. I mean, in theory, it shouldn't take too long. It's just like a lot of switching, potentially. Because we just have to show up and see what the thing is. And then if it's good, there's like 8 of each item. And I can't imagine raffling to get prizes for 8 unique items would take that long. So, that's that. But like, that's that. And then there's the hometown thing, which like there's 15 station models, which is kind of ridiculous, if you ask me. 15's a lot. And like, there's no way I could do that on my one town, because that would take 4 years minimum, right? If I had all 4 characters and I got unique items every year, I could get it on the 4th year. And honestly, even with the turnips being the way they are, I'm not planning on doing this for 4 years. I'm hoping somewhere between 2 to 3 years is what it will be like. But at that point, I assume it will just be turnips. You know? Like I said, we have a lot of items already at this point. Like we have 71% of the items according to my spreadsheet, I think. Not bad. It's pretty darn good. And we're not even halfway through a year. So okay, maybe we're good actually. I think I made the right call grabbing more money, honestly. So there you go. That is enough. I think that's 11 inventories. But that doesn't make sense because my money said it should be 13. So do I already have 12? Did I miscount? Did I lose count? Who knows? We do have a little bit of time to try to find Joan in another acre though, so we'll see what happens there. And there's no more money here. Anyway, so yeah, like we're already doing pretty well. So I'm thinking like with turnips, we're like almost 10% of the way. If we hit this week, we will be 10%. And they're very, you know, they're challenging. But if I was to wake up earlier and I was to buy more frequently, buy more, we could get this done within like 2 to 3. But like I said, if that's literally just this, like there could be a point where I don't have to play. Or I just show up every day just to check the price, just for tracking purposes. I won't need to buy, but I guess like I'll still need to buy stuff from the store for the raffle unless I have all the raffle items. So that's another thing. Really, the raffle is kind of my biggest concern. Red, I think I can address with sale day. I did learn the other day that items that you get from Red, exclusive, do not have item groups, so they should just be like, there should be an equal chance of getting all of them. So it doesn't really matter. And I don't know if that's better or worse, because if you have like a perfect count or you have max item luck, whatever it is, the item luck, all the rarity groups would be equal anyways. But then if you happen to get rare ones, you could like lower your luck to get the less rare ones. But actually, if you lower your luck, it makes it rarer for Red to have his exclusive items. You want full item luck for Red to have the best chance of having exclusive items. So yeah, I guess that it makes sense actually. That's probably for the best, right? Everything's just equal chance. There's 70 items or so. Just get them figured out. Yeah. So that's that. But like yeah, July has like the two big things that we're using those other towns for. Now the other thing is, and come in handy at some point, I don't know if I have to like load those towns to like generate events every so often, but in theory those towns should just be existing and doing things, and like they could bury stuff. Okay, so now we've bought out this acre. I think that's 11 or 12 or potentially 13 inventories. I have no clue. I'm gonna be real. So now we're moving Joan. She's gone now. I went there on purpose so that she wouldn't show up there. Now I want to try to find her in one of these acres real quick to try to get some more turnips. I don't see her there. We're going to look at this one again soon. But for now we're going to drop these. Okay, well, she's here, so, like, shoot. Let's get to work. We should have, like, about the same amount of money here, to be honest. There's a lot more space, though, so it'll be easy to drop everything. And they're all real close to each other. I mean, honestly, I would have preferred this to be like a little earlier, but hey, if we're gonna get back-to-back Joan at the end, whatever, sure. Okay, where was I going? I was saying stuff. I can't remember. Well, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I have most of the stuff, and like most of the like sources for items don't like give stuff a lot of the time. Like Sahara's unique, but there's only 3 items left from her, so that doesn't really matter. Wendell, there's 4 items, but last time he showed up, he didn't give me anything new. The gyroids are annoying, to be honest, because like we have half of them, and sometimes we don't get any new ones. Kind of weird, because they should be equal luck. There's no item groups for gyroids, so like, why am I getting the ones I already have? Doesn't make sense. So like, that's another thing. But I feel like by the end of the first year, we should have. I'm estimating like 90% of everything. Because like the museum should be completed. That's factored in. Although like that's only like 40 more items, probably. Well, a little bit more than 40, but whatever. It's like, yeah, that's one part. We should have all of Sahara. Wendell, maybe. Gracie will be close, I hope. Red, I don't know. Raffle, Like, we've done... I guess we've done 5 raffles, right? December, January, February, March, April. So our 6th raffle is coming up, and we have, like, half the items. But again, only 1 new one showed up yet last time, and we didn't get it. And then Red Sale Day. So, like, yeah, I feel like we'll have a lot of the stuff. And I feel like we'll be in a pretty good spot. And then it's like, yeah, next year, I'll probably just get more models. And I don't know how I want to do that. I don't want to reset on my main character. So I could reset on my other characters in town to see what happens. Or I could just see what naturally happens. And not do that, because that's kind of like a fun idea, you know? That's what I'm kind of thinking. Okay, so there's 1. I don't know, I thought I had 13 inventories in the other acre, but like the math doesn't seem to work out now, so... Or my counting just failed. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep... This is a good opportunity. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna see what happens. And then I think I need to reload the game to try to, like, shuffle the RNG. I don't know if it, like, just randomly shuffles it, or if it shuffles it based off of the one it had, you know? It's like, oh, well, the one it was last time is this, so it's gonna have these odds. You think it works that way, but I don't know. The other thing I was gonna say is, like, yeah, I think my other towns are, like, generating items, or maybe, like, when I load them, it'll, like... I don't know exactly how that works. But in theory, if I went to one of those towns, it could have lots of stuff buried. They could have gyroids, you know? Like, I don't want to use them. I want to use my town as much as possible. And, like, those items that get buried, they don't go away. So in theory, I could have lots of, like, raffle furniture buried across the other 3 towns. Be helpful for the end, but again, I don't know if I want to do it that way. Because, like, Wisp is the other option. Although Wisp is a different issue. Like, the dude's only here between 12 a.m., midnight, and 4 a.m. Like, Like at New Horizons, he was like 8 p.m. to like 4 or 5 or whatever, and I was like, okay, I can make that work. Or maybe it was 7 actually. That's fine, but like here, it's like, yeah, midnight. And yes, I already said during the stream I'm usually up at midnight. That doesn't mean I want to stream every day at midnight and run around town looking for a ghost. Because that's the other thing. If I knew when he would be here, great. But like, I just have to show up every day. There needs to be enough weeds. Like, give me at least 8 weeds or something in town. And I can manage that. It's just the looking for him part. It's going to make me think of Joan, and then I'm going to be annoyed. Like, well, look around town. Oh, do you see him? No? Okay. Like, he could be very important for getting things. But I guess, like, he's going to be, like, the last resort, maybe. I have a potential plan for gyroids. Which will be, like, a last resort kind of thing. I mean, this acre looks a lot nicer now, let's be real. This is pretty good. Okay, there's midnight. We've got 2 inventories already in this acre. I don't know if I'm going to buy out this acre entirely, or what. I kind of should, to be honest. I don't know, I'm a little worried because we've already got, like, multiple spikes in a row. I don't like that. But we have seen 3 spikes in a row. And if I shuffle the RNG, it might happen. But I could also shuffle it and it could just not work right. So, we're going to just see how that goes. I made a joke about, like, grinding RuneScape at the same time as doing this. Forgot about that. Maybe next week. Might like do a test load on one of my other towns soon, just to see if the stuff gets generated or not. Because yeah, I think the last time I used any of them would be February, so it's been 3 months. So it might be good to just like show up and see what happens. Just to see what kind of stuff we have. Or I don't know, I don't really want to do it off screen. We'll see. I could also just wait until like the hometown day, which is like a month and a half away for one town, and then we'd have a decent idea for that one. Okay, that's 3 here. Not bad. I like this. Like, look at this. I can just drop them uniformly in lines. Look at this. This is beautiful. That's what they mean, though. I think, like, you know, cut down all your trees. See, that's the other thing that I'm not going to get into too much right now. But, if I have everything else and I'm only doing turnips, technically, I could destroy my town. When I say destroy my town, I mean I can, like, destroy more acres. Or I could destroy, like, the acres here so there's, like, even more space. And it's super easy. Right, like, all the acres here I could just go whenever done. And then I could just replant them with fruit trees when I'm done. Yeah, this acre just seemed a lot nicer now, though. This is what I put my work in for. My work was to fix this acre. I'm also trying to fix the other acre, but that one was just a slower solution. But I wasn't thinking. Joan really likes to show up in that one right by the house, even though it's not a full acre, but it's like good. I can still get a good amount of money there. You can still spend a good amount of money. The point is, I still can get like 12-ish inventories for sure. I think we can do like 14 or 15 in like this acre, potentially more. This one still does have a little space down below. Like, that's the thing. All of our like prime acres are not like fully available. I guess the one with the ramp is technically all available, but you lose some spaces because of the levels, maybe? If I go to a calculator and it's 256 divided by 4, that's not that much. 256 divided by 2, that's 17. So at most, am I in the right spot? Okay. Yeah, so at most, an acre could hold 17 inventories, but realistically, it's never going to. Actually, I don't know. Are any of these capable of holding it? It's 4 acres. That's not bad. I think we're doing okay. Anyway, I mean, it depends. Like, trees are one thing. Technically, you could cut down all the trees. I have, like, you know, anywhere from, like, 9 to 12 trees in most acres. If I cut down all the trees, sure, we would gain that many spaces back. But there's also rocks. Rocks you can't really move. And then buildings. Buildings take at least, like, 3 by 3, right? So you would need to have an open acre that has no water in it and no buildings. And you could fit 17 in there. Just on the turnip front, though. I don't know if you could store the money in that acre to be able to buy that many, you know? That's the other factor, and I'm not going to do the math for that. Because I don't do the math for that already. And I don't feel like trying to figure that out. Either way, we bought out 1 acre, we're working on the other acre. It's not bad. Not bad. I hope we can get a spike this week. I know we got a spike 2 weeks ago when I bought. And I spent like 2.5 mil. Not bad. And then last week there was a spike, which I unintentionally made happen, kinda. And we didn't spend any. And then the 2 weeks... A month ago is when I was devastated. Because I spent 5.6 mil and got nothing. That was awful. I'll be honest. That was terrible. Very demoralizing. I was not very happy. I don't know. It seems like doing anywhere from like 2 to 4 mil is probably like a safer bet. Because I don't spend as much time and then I won't be as hurt by it. I mean, let's be real though. I've been here for an hour and a half almost. And like 20 minutes of that was just me trying to chase Joan down. So it's been like an hour of me just buying turnips. And yes, I'm getting hungry. And yes, it is a problem. Okay, so I can't quite do another full row here because of the money. Or can I? I can pick up the money. Except for Geo. Is that 5 inventories here? I think it is, isn't it? I mean, I like that I can just drop like 5 inventories, like uniformly. That's really cool. I like that. Can't do that in a lot of the other acres. Can I do a line here though, or no? If I go here. Yeah, I guess that works. Cool. Okay, so like that's one, like, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that one makes 6. But I can't drop another one uniformly there because of the signpost. Sad days are ahead. Okay, so this is 1. There's like 1 there, 2, 3, 4. There's like 5, 6 more inventories I can do here, I think. I don't know if I had enough money here to begin with. And I'll be honest, I really didn't want to find out. So we'll just keep at it. I guess we could be done about like 12:30 at this rate. Alright, that's another one. Oh, yeah, who's even counting at this point? No, man. I was doing so well. Squandered. little annoyed about the 10 turnips, but whatever. We'll fix that. Or I'll just buy another turnip. Oops. Drop. So you're gonna drop those there. So they're out of the way. And we know that they're cursed. They're a bad batch. I have no idea how many inventories I've even bought here. Again, who cares? I figure it out later. Well, I don't have the energy to keep track of this all day. Okay, let's drop those, and then I guess we're going. Drop that there, I guess. Where you running, Joel? Where you running? Oh, wait. This is an interesting predicament we found ourselves in. I literally screwed up because of that 10 turnips. The 10 turnips has lowered my wallet count. I think I need to do this just in case. Yeah, because before I would have like enough, you know? But now I don't actually have enough. Maybe I do, and I'm just going crazy. I don't know. Whatever. I've been doing this for an hour and a half. I can... Yeah, that's... Yep. Yep. Please ignore me. don't want to keep going. I'm so done. It's like there's not that much left, so I should just do it. But at the same time, I could just like be like, yeah. Oh, okay. Together. Okay, so technically speaking, that's enough. Okay, so there's room for one full inventory after this. Okay. I am so done. So you know what? We're going to finish strong. About one more inventory. And then I'm done. It's 12:30. Honestly, could be better, could be worse. We're at like an hour and 50 almost. This could have been like 15-20 minutes quicker. And you know what? We probably spent like 4 mil. This is probably about 4 mil. Which is like pretty decent. If we were to look at my turnip spreadsheet here. Currently, I would have to do 2 mil 64 weeks to get this done. But if I was to do 4 mil, it would be 32 weeks. Now I know there's like whatever 55 weeks in a year, and not every week is ideal. So even if, you know, like that's the thing, even if we got like 2 mil every week in a year, we wouldn't have enough. That's why I say 2 mil isn't enough, and I kind of want to do like 3 or 4. 2 is the bare minimum, so we're still making progress, but realistically, I want to do at least 4 every week, maybe. And like 4 every week is like 2 hours-ish. An hour and a half, 2 hours, probably. It's a little variable, obviously, based on the price. But like with a good price, I gotta go for it. Right, like if I'm doing... Well, I mean, yeah, it's a huge difference. If I was at 70 bells, it would be 38 inventories for 4 mil. But I'm at 105, which means it's 25. So we're, like, this is 13 inventories faster than... But, like, it scales so, like, weirdly. And I feel like I did the math wrong, but I don't think I did. I think it's just, like, that's just how it goes. Because, like, in max price, it's 20 inventories for 4 mil. So that's 18 inventories difference from the, like, end. But if I'm at 105, then it's, like, I'm only 5 inventories away from the max. That's not that bad. Same as 100, it's only 26. But once you go, like, lower, it really starts adding up. So I've either calculated this wrong, or we're just doing formula. So I feel like it can't be wrong. I guess the prices just increased that much. Because it is like a 50k difference from like 70 to where I am now. Okay, there you go. We're calling it done. Okay, so that's that, and then we can do a 3 and 3. Okay, so yeah, like I said, 32 weeks of this. Honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world. You know? It really isn't. So, like, that's the thing. If I know it, like, it was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and it's like, ugh. But if I do that every weekend, eventually it'll work out, and then eventually I'll be even closer. Because yeah, 2 mil gets us like 14, 15 mil every week, but this gets us like 30 mil. So obviously that's a lot better. And 32 kind of makes sense, except it's probably closer to 31. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm being silly. I don't know. Either way, we're reloading. So, like I said previously, whenever you load the game on a Sunday, your turnip price is generated the first time. But if you load it again, your turnip pattern gets shuffled. The price doesn't change, but the pattern will. So we had a spike this week, which means we had a higher chance of it decreasing. So we're shuffling it to see what happens with that. Okay, so this is where yeah, right? We're going like this way. This should be like B, chessboard. Yeah, okay. And then it's going to go to like concrete. Yeah, so we're going like that way. So if we were to look at the Sahara stuff, we now have this ancient tile. And then that goes into basement floor, which goes into boxing ring mat. I don't know if I'll do this every day. I needed to reload, so I figured I'd just load another character and then I could do that. So there you go. All the carpets are organized a little bit nicer. Slightly cleaner downstairs. And they're all still away. So let's save and quit and we'll leave it there. So yeah, I don't actually know how much money I spent. I'm estimating it's about 4 mil. And honestly, if I do 4 mil every week, then yeah, it's 32 weeks where I have to hit. It's a lot better than 62 or 64 or whatever. Way nicer. Obviously, it still could take a very long time, but hey, we're gonna just see how it goes. Anyway, there you go. Just under 2 hours. I think we spent like 15-20 minutes trying to find Joan, but once we got her, we bought out that 1 acre, and then she moved immediately to another good acre, and we bought that one out too. So that's cool. It's 12:36. I wish it was a little earlier. Wish I finished earlier, but I was up late than I would like to be, so whatever. That's that. Yeah, so apart from turnips, nothing new from the store. We got a new thing from Sahara. We only need 3 more carpets now. It's raining again. It was raining yesterday, so maybe gyrates tomorrow. I checked the trees. I bought another sapling. All the trees have grown. The bees are not spawning exactly the way I want to, so we're just going to keep doing testing with that, and then we'll do some more tree planting on Tuesday or Wednesday probably. And yeah, having that acre that I cleaned out just south of the store, it was a lot nicer for turnips. I could drop 5 lines of turnips just uniformly. It was very nice, very satisfying. Very happy about that. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. I did a lot of yapping about like the future and how things are going to go and just how I felt about things. So that was that for today. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to check to see what the turnips are doing. I've reloaded the game, so hopefully that shuffled the pattern, and maybe we can get a 3rd spike in a row. Hopefully it's not a decrease. I'd really like to profit off of this so we can at least hit 100 mil and have another digit. I'm really, really wanting that digit, okay? That's what I want. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I'm out. Sahara was here, so I don't know who's going to visit next. We'll figure that out tomorrow. Anyway, I am out. Goodbye.